What up, guys? Right, today I want to talk about this particular problem. Someone was asking me a question about the domain of a function. So they gave me this particular example as it is: find the domain of the function f of x is equal to 3x minus 8 all over x squared minus 9x plus 20. So this is one common. This one need I think it about 5 marks. I can write 5 there. So basically what you need to understand when you are dealing or when you are talking about domains of a function is that you want to find particular points of which that particular problem or this f of x, if I might, let's say a is equal to a over b like this, of which this f of x does not make sense. In other words, that's what you want, whereby this thing does not make sense. So usually this happens when you are dividing by a 0 or when the denominator is a 0. So we'd like to find values of x in this expression when it is equal to 0, of which if we find those values, we are able to find where that function is logical and also where that function is not logical. Let me explain. Let me use this one. Let me calculate using that one to explain what I'm trying to say. So in this example, let me check this right. We are given that f of x is equal to 3x minus 8. This is all over x squared minus 9x plus 20. So what we want to do, we would like to equate our denominator to 0. So we have x squared minus 9x plus 20, and this is equal to a 0. So now we try and factorize and solve for x. So this is quite simple. So this will be 9x minus 9x plus 20 is equal to 0. So we are going to look for factors of 20, of which if you are to add them together or if you are to calculate them, they will give us minus 9. So we have 5 and 4. So minus 4, if you add minus 4, you are likely going to get a minus 9. So those are our factors. So it's x squared. Let me try that properly. It's x squared minus let's say 4x minus 5x plus 20. This is equal to a 0. So factor out x into x squared, that's an x, minus into 4x, that's 4. Then we divide here by the common factor will be minus 5. Minus 5 into minus 5x, we get an x, into 20, we get a minus 4. So this is equal to another 0 there. So as a result, we have x minus 4 bracket x minus 5. This is equal to a 0. So this means that x is equal to either 4 or 5. So basically it means whenever x, take the black one. So whenever x is equal to 4 and also whenever x is equal to 5, it means this denominator will give us a 0. And we know that division by a 0, let me write it down. Division by 0 is not allowed. In other words, this does not make sense. It's not expected. So our function, or the domain of our function, the domain of our f of x, which is the one that we're calculating, is for all real numbers except, this is the what we're calculating, except when x is 4 or 5. So means the x can be anything, any real number other than 4 or 5. So this is the domain of this function. So I hope you enjoyed that one. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, feel free to drop in your comments, and as usual, please subscribe to our channel. It's Professor Fletcher M.